We're back in the red clay for the last day of the opening round. John, here, you there. Thanks for dropping by, as you always do. Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to go through the brackets as we know them, and we're going to set up today. We'll be back here again Monday at noon to set up round number 2. This is the last day of the opening round, and it's an opportunity for us to kind of regroup, let you know what's happening today and what has gone on over the last couple of days to get us to where we are. All right, so we'll go over everything to this point, and we'll break it all down. Let me see. So 22. Let me do that, and I'm going to do this with like brackets per day, and then compare it to the notes that I've got from the Georgia High School Association. And let's see. So 21 is, after last night where we were at Ola, and we cannot thank our friends from Ola enough for letting us come and hang out for the doubleheader with Cambridge. It was an opportunity for us to go to Ola for the first time, and it was a great environment. And, kudos to the God season, what they have been able to do over the last couple of years. And now they have it to where it is a place where you've got to go and you've got to be reckoned with down in Henry County. Knocking off Union Grove on the boys' side for the first time in 12 years, running the table in region play, and finishing up the regular season unbeaten. And it's a young team. So looking forward to the boys and the girls. Girls ran into a Cambridge team that scheduled 7 matches involving teams that are ranked number 3 or higher in their respective classifications, and 4 of those are in region. And so then you also schedule the likes of Walton and West Forsyth and Lovett, in addition to what you had in your region. And a lot of folks might have looked at Cambridge coming into the playoffs and sitting there and they're going, oh, I don't know. It's that record of theirs. But they showed that they are a team to be reckoned with, and it was a win by 10 over Ola on the girls' side. Great win on the boys' side. It was a 4-1 win for Cambridge over Ola on the road. So Cambridge advances as well. So let's go over what happened yesterday being the 23rd. So I'm going to peer through all right, so 21, I don't need those yet. 23 is what I need, and 24 is today. And then we'll go back over the other matches that might have had delays because of venue switches and things like that. All right, so yesterday, as I sit here and I cover over my mouse, and I kind of need my mouse to kind of cover over to go from page to page. So yesterday in 6A, we'll start off 6A girls, and we'll walk our way through it. And by the way, Coach Hudson from Hart, there are apparently a lot of teachers who are out today at Hart County High School, and so he's going to be on with us next week. And so we'll let you know everything that's going on. And what I've done is I've also opened up the regular show, the morning show, to coaches in case they can't do anything during lunch hours. So I'm giving both options for them here, especially as we get closer to the deeper rounds of the playoffs and things like that. So I've opened up both shows for the girls and the boys coaches here in the playoffs. Okay, here's how things stand after yesterday, and I got to write stuff down because I don't have all the final scores. Camden and Buford, that one is still to be played. We'll get it in the start times and things like that later on. Winner of that one is going to host Parkview. So Parkview, as a 4 seed, knocked off Grovetown in suburban Augusta 5-1. Parkview is the 4 seed out of Region 7. They're either going to Buford or they're going to Kingsland. Then upper left, North Paulding is the 3 seed, knocked off Hillgrove 2-1. They are going to go to Denmark because Denmark knocked off East Coweta in a 4-1 also. So you had 2 4 seeds and a 3 seed win upper left in 6A girls. Denmark goes to North Paulding in round number 2. These are slated for the 30th unless, and we saw this with Riverwood and their matchups, Riverwood shifted a game, the 2 games with Rome, to Wednesday of next week. So traditionally it would have been Tuesday, but Riverwood shifted both games to Wednesday of next week so they could do both games at one time. And so keep an eye out on your favorite social media on your favorite team to figure out when these matches actually are. But these are slated for the 30th, so next Thursday. Mountain View, low left, goes down to the Concrete Palace and knocks off Lowndes 1-0. And now Mountain View goes to Brookwood, who put 9 on Heritage Conyers. Lurking, and I mean lurking, around the corner in the quarters to get out of the low left part of the bracket, Brookwood and West Forsyth. 2 teams top 5 in the state, 2 teams top 10 nationally. That's lurking to get into the semifinals. Brookwood and West Forsyth, the way that the rotation is this year, they could meet in the quarters. Campbell shut out Cherokee, and so Campbell now goes to West Forsyth. West Forsyth put 10 on Chapel Hill. Brookwood put 9 on Heritage Conyers. So once again, on the 30th, Mountain View at Brookwood, Campbell at West Forsyth. Upper right, North Atlanta put 10 on Douglas County. Harrison won over Marietta 3-1. Norcross shut out Archer by 5. Richmond Hill shut out Discovery by 7. So it's North Atlanta at Harrison, Norcross to the coast to take on Richmond Hill. Low right, Lambert beat Carrollton by the score of 2-1. So that means that Lambert, as the 3 seed, goes to Walton, who shut out Paulding County by 10. North Gwinnett beat South by 8. Colquitt still has to play at Mill Creek. So Lambert goes to Walton. North Gwinnett is waiting for their opponent. If it is Colquitt, they will host. If it's Mill Creek, they go to Mill Creek. So that's your 6A girls. And that is set once again for the 30th, unless the 2 teams agree to do something else. Also yesterday, AAA on the Quad A on the girls' side. Sorry. Quad A on the girls. Walnut Grove beat Warner Robins 10-1. So Walnut Grove, ranked highly all season long, they travel to Midtown. Midtown beat Dalton 6-1. Druid Hills and Harris County, that is yet to be played. Winner of that one gets Centennial. Centennial as a 4 seed out of Region 6, knocking off Jones County 4-0. So they will travel. Centennial's either going to travel to Hamilton or they're going to travel to the DeKalb County venue to be named. East side, so low left, East Forsyth, 5-1 winner over Wayne County. It was a long day for Wayne County yesterday, losing 7-5 on the boys' side to Flowery Branch, and a game that started at 2 o'clock because of travel. 560 miles total travel for Warner Robins, for Flowery Branch. So then East Forsyth goes down on the girls' side, and they beat Wayne County 5-1. East Forsyth as a 3 goes to Allatoona, who put 10 on Drew. So the number 7 ranked Buccaneers, they're going to host East Forsyth on the 30th. Northside Columbus and St. Pius waiting to be played. Winner of that one gets Blessed Trinity. So you could have, with BT hosting, you could have number 8 St. Pius and number 2 BT. Just depends on the result. Northside Columbus is a 3 seed and St. Pius is the 2. Blessed Trinity put 10 on Locust Grove. So it's East Forsyth at Allatoona, and the winner of Northside Columbus and St. Pius at Blessed Trinity. Upper right, Westminster put 10 on Union Grove. The number 3 team in the classification moves on. They're going to take on number 6 Stars Mill. 7-0 winners on Northview. Pace Academy shut out Cartersville by the score of 7-0. So the number 9 team in the rankings moves on. And they're going to take on Perry in Perry, who shut out Eastside by the score of 3-0. So in the scoreboard rankings, upper right in Quad A on the girls' side, you are going to have number 3 at number 6 because you lost the game in region. And then it is number 9 going to an unranked Perry team, supposedly on the 30th. So that's the rundown of that bracket. These matches, once again, slated for the 30th unless the 2 teams agree to a different date. Cambridge shut out Ola by 10. That one was on the network. You can go back and listen. Top-ranked Marist shuts out Central Carroll by 10. So Cambridge, the 3 seed, travels to Marist next time out. Jackson, Atlanta beats Woodland Cartersville 5-1. North Oconee, 8-0 winners over Ware. So number 1 and number 5 advance low right. And that's one matchup away. Cambridge goes to Marist. Jackson, Atlanta to North Oconee. Double A, as it was squared away with us yesterday. Pike County, big winner. They put 16 on Josie. They're going to play Therrell, who beat Johnson Augusta 6-1. Morgan County put 10 on Salem. Savannah Arts put 12 on Jordan. So Pike County hosting Therrell in a 116, and Morgan County and Savannah Arts. Morgan County has to travel in the 8-9. Pierce County beat Columbia. A lot of folks, if you had an old bracket, the power rankings were incorrect, and it was initially slated to be Miller Grove, but Columbia was team 28. Miller Grove was team 13. Was not a good day for DeKalb County schools, low left. Pierce County put 10 on Columbia, and Miller Grove lost 6-0 to Kip. Shaw beat Ringgold 4-1 in the 21-12. So Pierce County's hosting Shaw in the next round, and Kip is going to Columbus because Columbus shut out Spencer 9-0. It was 1-0 early, and then Columbus put the pedal down, scored a lot of goals late first half, and it was 6-0 at one point, 7-0 in the first half, and 9-0 final. Butler and Thompson, the Bulldogs, number 3 in the power rankings, put 10 on Butler, so they advance. And Thompson will host Union County, who won the 1914 with Franklin County. They won that one 2-0. East Jackson beat Stevens County 5-1. And so in that one, they're going to go to Jackson. Jackson goes to East Jackson. So that was what I was talking about on the air last night. East Jackson, team 11 gets the win. Jackson, team 27, upsets Drew Charter, number 6. So you're going to have Jackson at East Jackson. Just make sure that you get your directional initial ahead of the right school. Jackson at East Jackson, 27 at 11. East Jackson beat Stevens County. Jackson beat Drew Charter. Sonoraville, team 7, shut out Murray County in the 26-7 5-0. So Sonoraville advances, and they will take on Tattnall County. Tattnall County was a 10-0 winner over Tech Career. So Tattnall will go from Reedsville, and they will go to Sonoraville. That is not a little hop in the park. So team 7 hosting team 23, and then low right, it is Callaway, 4-2 winners over Hart County in Hartwell. They are going to travel now to Coahulla Creek, who beat Appling County by the score of 8-1. Once again, that's AA girls, and that is April the 30th. Private on the girls' side. Hebron Christian had the bye. Mount Perrin Christian had a 2-1 win over Darlington in the 16-17. So Darlington travels to Hebron Christian. Holy Innocents shut out Prince Avenue. St. Vincent shut out Savannah Christian. So Holy Innocents goes to St. Vincent in the 8-9. St. Francis loses to GAC. GAC with the shutout there. So GAC as team 5 is going to host Athens Academy, who beat Galloway 3-2 in the 21-12. Athens Academy traveling to Norcross. North Cobb and Paideia still waiting to be played. Christian Heritage losing to Providence Christian. And the winner of North Cobb Christian Paideia will travel to Providence. Upper right, Lovett shuts out the Weber School by 10. So Lovett moves on as team number 3. Mount Vernon and AIS. Mount Vernon won that one 4-3. So Mount Vernon, as team 19, travels to Lovett in the next round. Once again, these are slated for April 30. Mount Pisgah and Whitfield Academy. Whitfield Academy won that one 6-1. So Whitfield advances on the girls' side. We've got to see them against AIS late in region play this season. And then Mount Bethel and Calvary Day. Calvary Day won that one 1-0. So Calvary Day gets to host Whitfield Academy, and Mount Vernon will travel to Lovett. Savannah Country Day, 9-0 winners over Landmark Christian in the 26-7. They're going to take on Trinity Christian and Jess Charman. That was a 3-2 win for Trinity Christian. Walker and Aquinas. Aquinas gets the win there, 2-1 in the 15-18. And so Aquinas will go to Wesleyan, and Trinity Christian will go to Savannah Country Day. Now, today, to give you an idea as to what it looks like today, it is 4 classifications. It is all boys, but then we still have some mop-up duty in another couple of places. So we'll start on the boys' side, and we'll let you know in private on the boys' side. Whitfield Academy is going to wait for the winner of Providence Christian and Wesleyan. Savannah Christian is going to Calvary Day in the 24-9. Mount Bethel goes to GAC. That is upper right in the 25-8. Prince Avenue and Prince Avenue and Athens Academy in the 28-5. Landmark Christian goes to Lovett. Atlanta International boys shut out the Weber School by the score of 10-0. So team 13 is going to wait for Christian Heritage and Holy Innocents to figure out where their next stop is going to be. Upper right, Hebron Christian got the bye. Caught up with Chad Griffin on Wednesday to find out what's going on at Hebron Christian on the boys and the girls side. The winner of that one, so Mount Perrin Christian and Walker, winner of that one gets Hebron. Fellowship Christian in North Cobb. St. Francis is at Aquinas. Low right, Galloway is at Mount Vernon. Darlington beat Mount Pisgah yesterday by the score of 8-2. So Darlington, as Team 10, will wait to figure out if they're going to go to Mount Vernon or if they are going to wait at Darlington to take on Galloway, the winner of the 26-7. Low right, Trinity Christian in Paideia, the 18-15, and the winner of that one gets Savannah Country Day as team number 2. In Quad A, like I said, we do have some matches that have been played in some of these classifications because of venue availabilities and such. Benedictine is at East Forsyth. Southeast Whitfield is at Pace Academy. It is Marist at Northside Columbus, and Cambridge last night once again getting the 4-1 win over Ola. So Cambridge, as the 4 seed, waits to figure out where they're traveling to, either Columbus or Marist. Low left on the boys' side, Flowery Branch. We talked about the long day Wayne County had started with a 7-5 loss to Flowery Branch. So the Branch is either going to go to Dalton or they're going to host Maynard Jackson Atlanta. Stars Mill is at St. Pius. Stockbridge is at Blessed Trinity. Centennial 5-1 winner over McDonough, so they are going to either go to Mundy's Mill or host Northview. Midtown goes to Allatoona. Eastside goes to Perry. Once again, a doubleheader there with Eastside and Perry. And so Eastside went to Perry and got the win on the boys' side 4-3. So Eastside, it was a split. Eastside gets the 4-3 win. So Eastside, as the 4, will travel to either Midtown or Allatoona. Westminster and Union Grove. So Westminster goes to Union Grove. Clarkston beat Harris County by the score of 7-1. So Clarkston in the low right bracket is going to host either Westminster or Union Grove. Cartersville goes to Drew. Walnut Grove shut out Ware County by the score of 3-0. So Walnut Grove's boys and girls had a productive Thursday. And so Walnut Grove takes on the winner of Cartersville and Drew, and they will host. Clarkston will host the winner of Westminster and Union Grove. 6A boys. 6A boys in this classification, you've got Tift at Mill Creek, Peachtree Ridge at Archer, Etowah at Harrison, Alpharetta is at Carrollton. Low left, Decula at Colquitt County. Grovetown is at Meadow Creek. We'll see if we can go out there for that matchup later. Pebblebrook is at Marietta. Douglas County is at Lambert. Upper right, South Gwinnett beat Parkview by the score of 2-1. So South Gwinnett's boys get the Duke, and South Gwinnett will move on. We'll get to them in a second. Chapel Hill goes to South Forsyth. Wheeler to Campbell. South Gwinnett wins, and they will wait to figure out if they are going to host Collins Hill or travel to Richmond Hill. That is upper right in the boys' bracket in 6A. North Forsyth is at East Coweta. Osborne is at Walton. Berkmar is at Grayson. And Lowndes is at Buford. That is 6A boys. Double A boys, we did have some action yesterday to go with what is going on today. Therrell's at Columbus. Murray County's at Sumter County. Tatnall County at Callaway, Jackson, and Jordan. Johnson Augusta is at Drew Charter. Morgan County at Franklin County. Ringgold is at Appling County. And Cook is at Savannah Arts. Right-hand side, South Atlanta goes to Union County. North Murray to Crisp. Salem, Team 11, beat Redan by the score of 8-2. They're going to wait to figure out if they're going to Zebulon to take on Pike County or if they are going to host Stevens County out of Toccoa. Low right, Kip at Pierce County. Spencer is at Butler. Josie is at Hart County. And East Jackson is at Thompson. So just to let you know, second round matchups next week. Well, let's see. Do we go 28 or 29? So 29 and 28. Okay, so on the 28th, everything starts on Tuesday. And here's how we go. 5A girls, Jackson County at Chamblee. Number 5, McIntosh, hosting Creekview because Creekview beat Houston County by the score of 1-0 in Middle Georgia. Lakeside Evans is at Roswell. Rome is at Riverwood. The Rome-Riverwood matches have been moved to Wednesday, the 29th, because both Riverwood boys and girls were winners, and so they're going to have them all in the same venue at the same time back-to-back. Lassiter and Northgate. Lassiter goes to Northgate. Johns Creek goes to Greenbrier out in Augusta. Pope goes to Alexander, who ranked number 8. Milton, who upset Woodward Academy in round number 1, goes to Loganville. AAA girls. Oconee County hosts Pickens. Mary Persons and ARC. ARC got the win there. ARC is going to go to Lumpkin County and take on Lumpkin in Dahlonega. Heritage Catoosa, Team 28, travels to Team 21, West Lawrence. Team 20, Johnson Gainesville, travels to Team 4, Adairsville, who is ranked number 2. Harlem ranked number 4. They are number 3 in the standings. They are going to host Dawson County, who shut out Upson Lee. Monroe area travels to Islands because you had Team 22 win over Long County, Team 27 win over Luella. So it is Monroe area at Islands. All this is the 28th. Jefferson and Northwest Whitfield is going to be at Jefferson. Cherokee Bluff at Team 18, ranked number 10. They are going to travel to Whitewater. That is AAA girls. Class A Division I girls. It was, where are we here? I need the girls quickly because we had the doubleheader yesterday with Social Circle and Fitzgerald. So here we go. It was Social Circle winning by the score of 4-1. They're ranked number 10. So Social Circle is going to host Armurchie. Thomasville is going to host Barrow, who beat Berrien in the 16-17. So it is Thomasville hosting Barrow, Armurchie hosting Social Circle. Fannin County is going to host Rabun, Team 21 advancing low left. Worth County ranked number 8, Lamar County ranked number 5. That one is going to be in Barnesville, right-hand side of the bracket. It is Model ranked number 2 hosting Woodville Tompkins. Toombs and Jeff Davis, I think one of the matchups of the week. Toombs and Jeff Davis is going to be on the 28th, and that is going to be in the Pinelands. Number 7, Toombs County. Number 6, Jeff Davis. Both shut out their opponents in round number 1, Dodge County and Oglethorpe County, respectively. Toombs and Jeff Davis, Tuesday in the Pinelands in Hazelhurst. Bremen shuts out East Lawrence, and they are going to host Bleckley County, who's ranked number 9, as they shut out Dade. Pepperell shut out Central Macon, and Ace Charter shut out Gordon Central. So Pepperell goes to Ace Charter. That is Class A Division I girls. Also on the 28th, Class A D2 girls, number 9 Trutland goes to number 3 Irwin County. ACA and Crawford County, and the coin flip was taken, and it was the lower team in the bracket that gets to host. So ACA goes to Crawford County, and LOA is Team 1. They host Brooks. Montgomery County as Team 2 goes to Screven. Then it is Claxton going to Tryon. Number 8 goes to number 5. Lanier County, who's a 4 seed, goes to Milledgeville to take on GMC Prep. Then it is Chatco, who had a first-round bye, and they are hosting Portal. Washington Wilkes is a 3. They go to Atco, who is ranked number 7. So that takes care of that. In 5A boys, also on the 29th, Jackson County is at Decatur. Northgate is at Lee County. Hab Central Team 3 goes to Johns Creek. Rome and Riverwood once again meeting together in the second round. They push both matches to the 29th, so it's a 6 and an 8 at Hoskins Stadium on Wednesday, and it is Rome and Riverwood in both. Then it is River Ridge and McEachern. That one's on the 29th as River Ridge goes to McIntosh. Dunwoody will travel to Glen Academy. Pope, 3 seed, goes to Kennesaw Mountain. Gainesville, the 3 seed, goes to Clark Central. So that's 5A boys. Class A Division I boys. This is also on the 29th unless there's a venue change. Model hosting Temple. Jasper County goes to Toombs. Thomasville hosts Woodville Tompkins. Bremen, the 20 seed, upset Towers, the 13. They're going to travel to Blue Ridge to take on Fannin County. Right side, Class A D1 boys. Putnam hosting Vidalia, Team 19, who upset Lamar in the 1914. Barrow goes to Jeff Davis. It is Armurchie, and they are Team 7. They get to host Dodge County, who shut out East Lawrence. Social Circle beat Berrien 7-2. They go to Ace Charter, who shut out Worth County. AAA boys. It is number 3 Islands shutting out Doherty, and they get to host Chestatee in the next round. Mary Persons, 5-1 winner over Riverdale in the 8-9 matchup. Mary Persons gets to go to Stone Mountain to take on, to have a match in a DeKalb County venue on the 29th. Northwest Whitfield, Team 5, hosting Jefferson, Team number 12. Then it is Sandy Creek and North Clayton. And in that match, so in Class AAA boys. So AAA boys, It is Northwest Whitfield Team 5, shutout Troop. Jefferson, shutout Johnson, Savannah. They'll play in Northwest Whitfield up in Tunnel Hill next week. Sandy Creek and North Clayton is yet to be played, and the winner of that one will go to Bainbridge, who won in PKs against Gilmer. West Lawrence at Team 3, they're going to host Peach County, who won in PKs over Lumpkin. Calhoun wins as Team 11. They go to LaGrange. Oconee County as Team 7. They host Cairo, who beat Harlem, East Hall, and Johnson Gainesville. So another region area rivalry. East Hall wins in the 18-15 over Jenkins. Johnson Gainesville shut out West Hall. So 3 of the 4 teams were in that Hall County area in power rankings. East Hall and Johnson Gainesville get their second go-round in the round of 16. Class A D2 boys is set also for the 29th. Montgomery County, and they're going to travel to Pearson to take on Atco. Tryon and Macon County, that one is going to be in Montezuma. It is Lake Oconee Academy hosting Eccles County, and it is Atlanta Classical. They are going to Metter. Claxton waited for Mount Zion Carroll, and that's where they're going to go. Towns County is a 2, goes to GMC Prep. Chatco is hosting Elite Scholars Academy, and Lincoln County and Brooks, and they're going to Brooks, and that is on the 29th. So let's take a peek at the schedule and let you know what's going on with the schedule today, and then that'll do it for this week. Well, like I said, we'll be back Monday for the abbreviated versions of a Red Clay Soccer Report. And we'll be back on Monday to let you know what's going on, getting you ready for round number 2. Girls soccer matches today. It is a lot of activity going on in the GIAA and the GICAA. Just to give you an example, Athens Christian goes to Tallulah Falls. That one's at 5 o'clock. And it is Knights Academy taking on George Walton. That's at 5 o'clock. Windsor Academy and FPCA is at 5. And Gatewood has a home match at 5 o'clock as well. It is Colquitt and Mill Creek. That one is at 5:30 on the girls' side. Northside Columbus and St. Pius is at 5:30, as is FPD and their matchup at 6 against Piedmont Academy out of Monticello. And then the last girls' match that is going on today, Druid Hills and Harris County. That one is in Hamilton at 7 o'clock. Now, on the boys' side, where we have those matchups today, boys' side, 64 matches on the boys' side. Once again, it's a mix of GICAA, GIAA, and GHSA. Stockbridge and Blessed Trinity, that one is at 5 o'clock. Cook and Savannah Arts is also at 5 o'clock, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Savannah Arts and Cook is at 5 also. Then Ringgold and Appling County is at 5. Augusta Prep and Westminster Augusta is at 5:30. Johnson and Drew Charter is at 5:30. It is South Atlanta Union County at 5:30. Berkmar and Grayson is at 6, as is Therrell and Columbus. And the matchup with GAC and Mount Bethel, that one is also set for 6 o'clock. Spencer and Butler is at 6, as well as Benedictine, East Forsyth, North Murray, and Crisp. Decula and Colquitt. Sandy Creek and North Clayton is a 6:15 start. Then it is North Cobb Christian hosting their match against Fellowship Christian. That one is slated for 6:30 on the board. Also, we got a lot of 7s tonight. It is Collins Hill and Richmond Hill at 6:30 on the coast. Pebblebrook and Marietta, same time. Jackson and Dalton, same time. Westminster Union Grove is a 6:30. Then into the 7 o'clockers, it is Josie and Hart, Stevens and Pike, Tattnall County, Callaway, Heritage and Meadow Creek is a 7 o'clock. And it is the Walker School hosting Mount Perrin Christian. That one is also a 7 o'clock start, as it is listed currently. So it is Morgan and Franklin at, hang on. So St. Andrews and Bullock Academies at 7. Midtown Alatoona is at 7. Athens Christian Tallulah Falls is at 7. Morgan County, Franklin County at 7:30, along with Stars Mill and Pius, Lowndes and Buford, Chapel Hill and South Forsyth, Tift and Mill Creek, Wheeler and Campbell. It is Paideia and Trinity Christian out of Clarksville. That one is also at 7:30. Trinity Christian out of Noonan and Paideia is at 7:30. Jackson and Jordan is at 8. And Marist and Northside is at 8. Whew. That's your rundown. So that is the opening round. We're through the first 3 days. We're getting ready for day number 4. If you are near, and this is the PSA, if you are near a matchup and your team is not involved with a matchup today, go to that matchup. Go and support the programs that are in your area. Go see a team you've never seen before. Go see players you've never seen before. And then share your experience with others as we are done with round number 1 after today and tonight. And we'll let you know, obviously, what's going on. Back at it again here at noon on Monday to break it all down for you and let you know what the results are as we get ready for round number 2 back here at noon for Red Clay Soccer Report presented by our friends at Kaiser Permanente. Then also later on, it is SDH AM 905. We'll break down everything from the weekend, get you ready for that too. And we'll have guests and stuff, the official terms, from the trip from Toronto for Atlanta United and everything else going on. But Red Clay Soccer Report returns at noon on Monday to get you ready for round number 2. So for everybody here at SDH, have a great weekend. We'll see you at the groundbreaking, maybe. We'll see you on social media from the groundbreaking, and we will roll from there with anything and everything going on in and around the sport of soccer. High school, Red Clay Soccer Report, presented by our friends at Kaiser Permanente. Since it is the end of the show, have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the games today to wrap up round number 1. It means I get to do this. Mucho plati, I'll play it safe. We'll see you soon.